Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping out just to unfamiliar coordinates. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillip. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang was different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. Dig it ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No cosigner, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign. You know cosigner, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission is a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me, please give me a thumbs up or radiation emoji in the chat. while you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. As you guys can see, I came unprepared to class. So shout out to everyone who is here. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen being a mod extraordinaire. Make sure y'all throw some like enforcers in the chat for Brooklyn Queen. Definitely appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. Make sure y'all show my man, AB Promotions, some love for standing on business for 17 months. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Carl just said when buying the dips will go horribly wrong. Right. Right. When people buy upside down dips, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man DSB. What's good with it, bro? Make sure y'all show my man DSB some love for standing on business for 6 months. And we know it's been more than 6 months. This is just one of the many aliases. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to this one for standing on business for 6 months. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate you. So we're going to talk about, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm going to try to fit it all in a relatively short period. All right. So as you guys can see from the title, we're going to talk about buying dips, setting quantity targets. If we get to it, we're going to talk about Tesla stock. We're going to talk about Coinbase stock, and we're going to talk about recession strategy. All right. Because the recession strategy kind of goes hand in hand with buying dips and setting quantity targets. Now, here's my thing, right? In what you would consider like a normal medium market, right? You have one particular strategy, and we have these number goals, right, for these particular tokens and particular amounts of money that we want to try to make. But here's my question for the boardroom, right? My question for the boardroom is, during a recession or during a time where the market is much lower, should goals be quantitatively adjusted? If you guys think that the goals should be quantitatively adjusted, give me a thumbs up. If you don't think that the goals should be quantitatively adjusted, give me a thumbs down. In my opinion, what I've been doing is, since the market has been in the tank, I've adjusted a temporary goal for increased buying, right? Looking at quantity, right? That's flexible to adjust until the bear market period comes back. So that way you can make a quick jump to your number goals, right? So while everything is a half off, 75% off, 80% off, I'm adjusting my goals. I'm trying to accelerate while things are smaller. And I don't think that that's a bad idea, but I want to know what you guys think. All right. So speaking of that, we're going to look at some of the mechanics and see kind of what happened, right, with the market. All right. So Bitcoin, Ethereum liquidation surges as Solana, XRP, and Dogecoin plummet. Now, this isn't a surprise, right? No one's fooled by this. No one didn't expect this, right? We talked about this. Bitcoin going to 88,000, Ethereum going to 2,500 and below. Here we are, right? So when we talked about that, what did we say would be a good idea for people to do? We said that it would be a good idea for you to continue with your current strategy, but at the same time, put away a little bit of money so that you're able to really catch those dips. If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. That's what we said. Hopefully that's what everybody did. Hopefully, even though you may not see your total portfolio value increasing, your quantities and your accumulation have increased. I mean, look at this. Bitcoin, $84,000. Ethereum, $1,937. XRP, which, honestly, if you ask me, XRP and Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is 84,000 and XRP is, $2.43, I'm not really looking at those like they're slumped. I'm looking more at Ethereum and Solana like they're slumped. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking more at Ethereum and Solana like they're slumped. Even though the market is down and Bitcoin's not just hovering at $100,000, you know what I'm saying? I don't really see 84,000 as a price decrease. I would see like 40,000, 50,000, you know what I'm saying, as a price decrease for Bitcoin. $84,000 when we've been sitting on between $40,000 and $60,000 Bitcoin for like the last, 2 or 3 years. I don't really see that as a decline. You know what I'm saying? We've been sitting at between $200 and $250 Solana. That's a decline to me. We've been sitting at $3,500 Ethereum forever. $1,900 Ethereum. Yeah, that's a decline for me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AB. AB says, I can't front. I'm still dollar cost averaging. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? And again, and there's nothing wrong with that. And even that in itself, that's kind of an automatic adjustment strategy, right? So if you dollar cost averaging, you're still adjusting for the changes in price, which is also going to adjust the volume that you get, right? So now here it says Bitcoin, Ethereum liquidation surge as Solana, XRP, and Dogecoin plummet. Crypto prices are falling as Bitcoin and Ethereum led to $686 million worth of liquidations, and Solana and Dogecoin show double-digit losses. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Why? Why did this happen? Oh, my goodness, is everything going to zero? That's what people who don't really understand the market would say. Right? Shout out to Emperor Rex. Emperor Rex said, since it's air currency, I'm sending 5 on your info and teachings. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks. Not it yet or not. Still learning. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Appreciate the open-mindedness. And I appreciate it. Make sure y'all show Emperor Rex some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Emperor Rex for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
5 of the air currency. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna check this article out. It's a blood red Monday across the crypto markets. Broadly, the crypto market has fallen more than 6% over the last day, with some leading coins like Solana, XRP, and Dogecoin showing much larger losses during the same span. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What negative news has come out about Solana, XRP, and Dogecoin that would make you say these assets are not worth anything? The market is going down. I need to get rid of these assets. What news has come out? Somebody let me know. Bitcoin's dip is relatively modest compared to the rest of the market, with the leading asset down over 2% at the time of this writing at a current price of 93,417. And we know that it's lower than that now. It nearly touched 93,000 on its way down, but it has rebounded slightly. And we know it hasn't rebounded currently. Currently, it's under 90,000 at like, what, about 84,000? Right? Ethereum, meanwhile, has suffered a deeper loss with a nearly 8% drop on the day, down 2,584 at the time of this writing. And we know now it's 1,900, right? The second largest crypto coin by market cap has seen a volatile few days since over $1.4 billion worth of Ethereum and related tokens were swiped from the crypto exchange Bybit last Friday. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people heard about the Bybit hacking? If you heard about the Bybit hacking, give me a thumbs up. If you did not hear about the Bybit hacking, give me a thumbs down. Now, let me ask you guys this question. The Bybit exchange got hacked. The Bybit exchange got hacked. Let me ask you guys this question. What gets hacked more? Cryptocurrency exchanges, banks, or cash registers? Let me know. And let me know who does the hacking of each of those things. All right. Amid Monday's damage, crypto liquidations have surged to 686 million over the last 24 hours per data from CoinGlass, with Ethereum and Bitcoin leading the charge at about 147 million and 143 million respectively. Okay. The vast majority of the liquidations are for long positions. All right. So again, Now, let me ask you guys this. What negative news about these cryptocurrencies have come out and supported this market downturn? Are the cryptocurrencies decreasing in price as a result of negative news about quality or lack of use case? That's my question for you guys. Let me know. Solana remains the biggest loser in the top 10 coins, with its decline deepening since earlier on Monday. It's down 12% over the last day and 19% on the week to a current price below $147. It fell below the $145 mark on Monday afternoon, the lowest price recorded since mid-October. Now, speaking of coins that are in this price range, how many people picked up or have been picking up Litecoin since Litecoin is under $100? Shout out to Crew. What's good with it, bro? And definitely make sure you guys hit that poll. I appreciate it. Hit that poll like a stripper. You know what I'm saying? And real quick, shout out to everybody watching. If y'all haven't hit the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. The Solana ecosystem has been in disarray in recent weeks due to the declining demand for meme coin, fueled in part by controversy over Libra, a coin promoted by Argentine President Javier Milei. Now, do you guys, what did I constantly say about Solana? What did I constantly say about Solana? Didn't I say pump.fun is going to mess up everything for everybody? Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? Pump.fun is going to mess up things for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Look what we got going on now. Traders reported lost over $250 million betting on the coin. So they doing that degenerate trading per data from Nansen, while Milei is facing fraud charges from the opposition party in Argentina. Other top coins are faring almost as badly as Solana, with Dogecoin down more than 11% at 21 cents for the most part. XRP falling nearly 9% to $2.35, and Cardano down almost 8% at the current price of 70 cents. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing with these prices? Shout out to AB. Facts. I said that. I said, listen, pump.fun is cool. If you can get rich off it, hey, do your thing. Get rich or die trying, right? But the way that pump fun is, you know what I'm saying? It's going to mess up. It's going to mess things up. It's going to mess a lot of things up. And here's just another example. You know what I'm saying? So look at this. OKX pleads guilty, pays $500 million for illegally serving customers in the U.S. They out here serving people. Who's serving the fiends? You know what I'm saying? President Donald Trump's Solana meme coin, Trump, fell as low as $13.70, the lowest price recorded since just hours after the coin debuted in January. It's now down more than 81% from its peak price above $73. All right. The latest market dips came soon after crypto exchange OKX announced that it pleaded guilty to charges from the Department of Justice for illegally serving U.S. customers and will pay over $500 million worth of penalty and forfeiture. All right. So, and then we also know that there's macroeconomic factors at play, right? Yeah. Shout out to AB. AB said, I picked up XRP, Uniswap, and Bitcoin this week. Good buys. Absolutely good buys. Now, because Uniswap, what, is like around $6? We know that Uniswap is going to go back to $10, right? We know that Avalanche is going to go back to what? Probably like around 40, right? Because every time all these coins have gone down to these prices, when they rebound back for the most part to their original price, right? So now is the time. Now is the time. Bitcoin, right? At around $84,000. No one doesn't think that Bitcoin is still going to $1 million. All right. Let me ask you guys this question. Since Bitcoin is at $84,000, where have you seen market information that says Bitcoin is no longer going to $1 million. Look at this. Bitcoin to defy Trump tariffs, recession fears. We're going to get into this. Now, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying, right? Shout out to the people that been here for a long time, right? A lot of y'all that have been here for a long time, we've already gone through a recession, right? How many people remember the Russia report? If you guys haven't watched the Russia report playlist, I advise you, if you watch old playlists or if you watch old videos as they come up in your on your homepage, watch the Russia report. All right? Because during the Russia report, we got into a lot of financial talk. Now, if you guys remember back from the Russia report, what was one of the things that we said? While it's not a recession, it's not a bad idea to get some gold, because during the good times, gold usually goes down because commodities go down during the good times. During uncertain times, for the most part, commodities increase in price. Let me ask you guys this question. Did gold hit an all-time high recently? Did gold hit an all-time high recently? Somebody let me know. Shout out to AB. AB says Bitcoin will probably be $500,000 in the next 4 years. I wouldn't doubt it. Right? So if you got 1% of a Bitcoin, you got $50,000. Right? I wanted to cringe when I was looking through old cryptocurrency transactions yesterday, and I saw where like I had like more than one Bitcoin. And I was like, this is ridiculous, because I don't even remember having this. You know what I'm saying? What happened to it? Where is it at? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm more experienced in cryptocurrency. That type of mistake will never happen again. But it's just like, for real. So now here it says Jeffrey Kendrick, global head of digital assets research at Standard Chartered, has expressed renewed confidence in his long-term prediction that Bitcoin will reach $200,000 by the end of 2025, citing increased Federal Reserve rate cut possibilities. All right. Now, I want you guys to understand something. These are basic questions, right? You see the date on this article, March 12th of 2025, right? So right now, is the market up or is the market down? The market is down, right? Look at the price over here on the side, $84,329. The market is down. With the market down, the predictions are still up. Right? So what does that tell you? The market is down and the predictions are up. What does that tell you? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, max out those limit orders if you can't watch the market. I said it yesterday that you can catch some really great prices that may seem far-fetched if you set your buy price. Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why I keep when we talk about these and we do these price predictions and we do these price expectations, these dips and these highs, put them in your phone, right? Like we said. And then, you know, if you do your buying like that, put the sell and the percentage on the highs and the buys and the percentages on the lows so that you can catch them instantaneously. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So Standard Chartered is still saying Bitcoin will reach $200,000 by the end of 2025, citing increased Federal Reserve rate cut probabilities. All right. So again, there could be other uncertainties and things that we don't know about, but this is what Standard Chartered is saying. You know what I'm saying? In a detailed analysis released Tuesday, Kendrick remains unfazed by near-term volatility driven by Donald Trump's administration, tariff uncertainties, and recession concerns, arguing that these factors strengthen his bullish outlook for the cryptocurrency. All right. His stance comes as risk assets, including Bitcoin, face downward pressure, Yet he sees the current environment as reinforcing his earlier forecast. Now, remember, I want you guys to understand the totality of this, right? Oh, Bitcoin has decreased in price. 84,000 is a higher low. It's a higher low. Tell me when in the last, 7 years that Bitcoin has had a low of 84,000. Now, people held Bitcoin at lower prices than 84,000 and were completely okay with it, right? Bitcoin is now at a low of 84,000. Bitcoin is at a low higher than it's been for the last 7 years. Higher highs, higher lows. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. People are literally upset that Bitcoin is not hovering at its all-time high. Bitcoin is under $100,000, so it's failing. Make it make sense. Make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick's analysis highlights Bitcoin's recent performance, noting a decline that brought its price close to the November 6th, 2024 post-election range of 69,000 and 76,500. Now, again, these prices here are still fine, right? These prices here are still fine. These are still higher lows. If you have higher lows, when a bull market comes, what are you also going to have? What are you also going to have? He compared Bitcoin's 30-day implied annualized volatility, currently at 55%, to the Magnificent 7 U.S. stocks, finding that Bitcoin's losses align with this group on a volatility-adjusted basis since President Trump's inauguration. I would argue that Bitcoin has traded solidly within this Magnificent 7 and Bitcoin group on a volume-adjusted basis, for sure, Kendrick stated, suggesting that the cryptocurrency struggles reflect a broader risk asset weakness rather than specific digital asset issues. I wouldn't even consider Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is at right now, struggles. I wouldn't consider this struggles. How many people would consider this struggles? If you guys would consider Bitcoin currently, quote unquote, struggling, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that Bitcoin is struggling, then give me a thumbs down. I wouldn't consider this struggling. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they wrote, right? That's what people are saying. Now we're going to get into talking about stocks, right? And we briefly talked about this on the other channel. If we get time, we might get into it a little bit more. Tesla saw the deepest decline, while Meta and Apple performed best, with others mirroring Bitcoin's trajectory. All right. Now, what we're talking about, right? We're talking about MicroStrategies, Coinbase, Robinhood, Mara Holdings, these companies, right? The stocks have been really good to buy. I'm going to pull this article up. All right. This Kathy Woods article, ARK Coin, like CRISPR and Roku. Kathy Woods stands by Tesla's $2,600 price target. Didn't know it was a $2,600 price target. We're going to definitely have to look into that. Shout out to Manosphere Hall of Fame. What's good with it, bro? Manosphere Hall of Fame says, yes, Bitcoin is struggling when considering we are in mid-March of the fourth year in a cycle. It's the fourth year in the cycle, but it's only a year after the halving. Now, let me ask you this question. When it comes to Bitcoin's price, historically, how does Bitcoin's price perform the year after the halving? Do you see higher highs the year after the halving? Or is there a traditional decline in the Bitcoin price the year after the halving? That's my question. That's not just for Manosphere Hall of Fame. That's for everybody, right? Yeah, shout out to AB Promotion. AB Promotion said, man, we've actually seen Bitcoin go from 60,000 to 15,000 to 20,000. Yeah, I've seen Bitcoin go from 20,000 to 4,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that level of volatility has shown itself recently. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the analyst outlined 2 potential catalysts for a market recovery: tariff clarity, which he deems unlikely, or an accredited Fed rate cut, with May's meeting odds shifting from 50% to 75%, which he considers possible. All right, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of here. Despite Bitcoin hovering above the November 6th high of 76,500, a swift drop to 6. Y'all know what to do. Brooklyn Queen, what should we do? We're going to put a pin in this 69,000, right? That's a buy order, right? 69,000 Bitcoin. So that's something that we need to be prepared for that could possibly occur in the future, right? Shout out to Manosphere Hall of Fame. Manosphere Hall of Fame said, the fact that we are now below the 2021 peak market cap, crypto is definitely showing a weakness. Now, here's the thing, right? Again, as far as the crypto market goes, for the most part, the crypto market is following the pattern of all the other risk assets, is also following the pattern of the S&P 500 and of the NASDAQ composite, right? So now, again, as far as 2021 peak market cap, we're still 1 year after the halving. So if we're looking at Bitcoin specifically, how does Bitcoin historically perform the year after the halving? So if we do this, right, and we compare it to 2021 peak market caps, right, what we're doing is ignoring historical price patterns and price behaviors, and we're using some unknown criteria to judge the strength and behavior of Bitcoin's current movements. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at Bitcoin in terms of cryptocurrency market dominance, right? And you look at Bitcoin in terms of 52-week highs and lows, at a low of $84,000 in March of 2025, is that performing worse than the other assets? That would be my question. And my question is, by that standard that we're holding Bitcoin to, what assets are performing better than Bitcoin? So then my question would be, what do we measure strength against? Where's because strength is a relative term, right? So where against, if Bitcoin is weak, it has to be weak in comparison to something. So what is it weak in comparison to would be my question. And again, that's not just for Manosphere Hall of Fame. That's for anybody. Shout out to Manosphere Hall of Fame. Manosphere Hall of Fame said we should be at $5 trillion by now if the market was healthy. Well, here's my question. Where is the money coming from that we would be at $5 trillion right now? Where's that number coming from? Where's the money supply coming from? Because the thing is that the money supply is projected to be at all-time highs within the next 3 to 6 months. Right? So we're not at high liquidity levels for the M2 money supply. So where right now would the extra money be coming from? The VC amounts being put into cryptocurrency, especially DeFi, are at record high levels. Right? So where would the money be coming from that would create a $5 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency? Where's the money being generated from? Where's it coming from? You know what I'm saying? It has to come from somewhere, right? So where's the liquidity inflows that would supply $5 trillion to the market? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Facts. Set them alerts. Set the alerts. Set the orders. You know what I'm saying? $69,000, right? That puts the probability of being able to get a whole Bitcoin even at a better probability than the current $84,000, right? So now here it says, however, he remains focused on the long term. My longer term thesis remains undaunted by this near term noise and frustration. In fact, given all this noise increases Fed rate cut chances, I am more emboldened in my longer term view now, he asserted, emphasizing that economic uncertainty bolsters his $200,000 target. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Was there a $100,000 price target for Bitcoin by the end of 2024? Most of the price targets for $100,000 for Bitcoin were for like 2025, 2027. The $100,000 Bitcoin was a surprise. That little Trump pump, as they call it, no one was really expecting that. You know what I'm saying? No one was really expecting that. So now here it says, supporting Kendrick's perspective, Rock Zhang, founder and CEO of Network 3, an AI layer 2 platform, provided additional context on the macroeconomic landscape. All right, so this is the macroeconomic landscape. The upcoming release from the Consumer Price Index will add color to what we already know, that inflation is still too high, Zhang said, noting that an early Fed rate cut could spark equity downturn fears if tied to recessionary indicators like rising unemployment or slowing consumer spending. Are we seeing any of this right here? And again, my thing is with these macroeconomic indicators, do macroeconomic indicators imply integrity of a product? That's my question. Do they imply integrity of the product? Now we're gonna have to grab this one and we're gonna pull this one up too, right? Bitcoin surged to $250,000. So y'all already know what to do with that, right? Put the price alert for the 250,000 in there. We might actually have it, and put the price alert for 200,000 in there. 200,000 Bitcoin, right? And 250,000. All right, set your orders, set your alerts, right? So now here it says, if economic data deteriorates rapidly, this might force the Fed's hand to act, but the market's reaction will depend on whether cuts are seen as proactive or as a response to recessionary indicators. Now, again, I want to ask this question because people are just throwing stuff out there. Are we in a recession currently? What are the mathematical criteria that make an economic recession? Sometimes people would just throw stuff out there. We're in a recession. Okay, there's criteria for what a recession is. Do the current macroeconomic conditions fit a recession? That's my question for you guys. He said, suggesting that the Fed actions could shape market dynamics, potentially benefiting Bitcoin over time. All right. So that's this guy from Standard Charter's case for $200,000 Bitcoin. Now, let me ask you this question. If you're buying Bitcoin with expectations of $200,000 Bitcoin in the future, how are you affected by the price currently? That's my question. How are you affected by the price currently? Now, let's take a look at gold. How many people knew about this? How many people hold gold? If you hold gold, give me a thumbs up. If you don't hold gold, give me a thumbs down. Gold breaks $3,000 for first time amid global uncertainty as Bitcoin trades sideways. All right. How many people hold gold? If you hold gold, give me a thumbs up. If you don't hold gold, give me a thumbs down. This is what we were talking about when I was saying the gold has reached a historic all-time high. Not too many people are talking about it. Here's my question. Why are not too many people talking about it? One reason why not too many people are talking about it is because not too many people have enough brains in their head to have a little bit of gold. So I wouldn't advise you to go buy it now at a historic high, but people will. Shout out to Carlton. They'll do the strange buying that they do, and then the strange flexing, and then they'll say that gold is a scam because they sold it, bought it at a high, and sold it at a low, like goofies. Shout out to AB. AB said I had hella silver, though. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Hopefully you bought it, you know what I'm saying, like in, 2017, 2018, right? Shout out to Dwayne. What's good with it, bro? Bitcoin struggles as gold emerges as a refuge amid economic unease triggered by President Trump's policies. We talked about this right here during the Russia report. Buy you a little bit of gold while the market is good, because when the market gets bad, which it will, gold will increase in price. Why? What is my strategy at all times? My strategy at all times is protect your purchasing power. That sound familiar? I know Carlton remember that. I know Dwayne probably remember that too. Protect your purchasing power, because it's all about power. How can you protect your purchasing power if you have assets that weaken? So we talked about this. We had a whole list of commodities. Shout out to AB. I know AB remember that. We had a whole list of commodities we talked about. We talked about wheat. We talked about oil. We talked about gold. We talked about silver. We talked about Bitcoin, right? We talked about all kinds of commodities. And we said, inflation-proof yourself. It's not so much investment, it's strategy. And you don't just start doing the strategy right on the precipice of one of these type of events. This is something you should be doing at all times. Your cryptocurrency strategy should be incorporated into your purchasing power increasing and maintenance strategy as well. All of these things should work together. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dwayne. Dwayne said gold and silver and other minerals used for cell phones. Right, like lithium, right? Laptops and semiconductors. Facts. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people do you think have been, dollar cost averaging, nickel and diamond, right? Buying a little bit of gold, buying a little bit of silver here and there. They'll be the same people talking about stuff so expensive. Stuff is so expensive because you gave up your purchasing power. Because, that's what people tend to do. I don't know if anybody saw the Modern Investor's last video, but I want to say toward the middle of the video, and I'm talking about on the Modern Investor channel, not the Money Rules channel, the Modern Investor channel. Man, he was speaking facts. He was speaking facts about people just not caring about things, but then wanting to complain. I want you guys to understand. We are different. We are different. Because other people, they see this, they see what's coming, they'll just complain about it once it gets here. This is what I'm telling you guys. Most people will see a bus coming right at them, and they won't even do anything to save their own life. They won't even do anything to save their own life. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Gold prices have climbed. Now, let me ask you guys this. How many YouTubers have you all heard talking about this kind of stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta ask yourself the question, the quote unquote news that's for us, the news that's for us. Why is the news that's for us never about asset maintenance, asset purchasing? and wealth generation. Why? You haven't heard any news about this because most people don't have gold. So they're not interested in it. I have gold. I'm interested in it because I believe what I say. You know what I'm saying? I believe what I say. I don't believe that all quote unquote content for us should be struggle content. Everything is struggle. Everything is so hard. I don't believe that. I'm not going to believe that. There's nobody that's got muscles big enough to make me believe that. Right. Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said because we're more concerned about who got drilled. People more concerned about at 60 years old what Vivica Fox is doing with her ass. You know what I'm saying? You can wrap that up real quick. Looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. Next. You know what I'm saying? Repeated videos. You know what I'm saying? About somebody's grandmother getting a BBL. And what's interesting about it is that, you know, people say that this chick got mental issues because she's a grandmother's age. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Getting her ass fish hooked up her back, right? Which, you know, it is weird. You do have mental issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, act your age, right? But in addition to that, if you gotta constantly like have that reiterated, you're weird. Now, you know, as far as the power dynamic goes, you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent was able to, you know what I'm saying, like deal with that in the prime time, right? Why was 50 Cent able to deal with that in the prime? Because 50 Cent had the money and the resources. But people don't care about the money and the resources. You know what I'm saying? People only care about the money and the resources when they at the cash register. And it's 2025. What you doing at a cash register? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, you know, that's just, you know, little food for thought, right? A little food for thought. Gold prices have climbed to a historic high of $3,000 per ounce, underlying its appeal as a safe haven asset amid economic and global geopolitical uncertainty. And again, we know that this is the purpose that people usually use gold for. This is what they use gold for. Gold is the traditional store of value. This is what people use gold for. If they don't know what's about to happen with their money, they don't know what's about to happen with the stock market, they don't know what's about to happen to the state of the world, people put a percentage of their wealth into what? They put it into gold. What happens when the liquidity flows into gold? The price increases because there's more money to move across the units. There's a higher demand, right? Very, very simple concept. You know what I'm saying? Gold's rally follows concerns over global stability and turbulence, which have been amplified by trade policies under President Donald Trump. So breaking past the $3,000 psychological threshold reinforces the precious metal's longstanding reputation as a hedge against economic instability. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Why is it that most people don't have a recommended percentage of their wealth that they hold in gold in order to secure their purchasing power? Let me ask you this. People talk about how difficult it is to buy Bitcoin, which is not difficult to buy Bitcoin at all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand. Let me ask you this. How difficult is it to buy gold? Then people will say, well, we were never told. I'm telling you now. You're told. Right? You're told. There you go. I told you. I just told you. But people would rather hear this kind of information from people that they claim they don't like, they don't love, or they don't respect. Right? So when people need to edit that when they say we were never told, right? Because you are told. You know what they need to edit it to. Carlton has said in the comment section, right? You know what they need to edit it to. Don't say that you were never told. You were never told by two entities. You were never told by the people that you glaze. And you were never told by the translucinites. That's the only people that people take instruction from. Anybody else can say it. It's not valid. It has no value. Now, here's my question. Who's assigning the value? See, we talking about finance. Finance comes with value assignments, right? Who assigns the value? We were never told. You were told. I'm telling you now. I've been telling you for years. We were never told. What that mean? We got an issue with Joy Reid, but the media outlets that host Joy Reid got to be the ones that told us. Ain't nothing I can do for that. That's some internal stuff that people got to deal with on their own. But, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, don't be sitting up there lying. Right? Don't be sitting up there lying. Right? Because that's all people do is sit up there and lie. I don't like liars. It's getting to the point where it's so many liars, people going to say, I just don't like entire groups of people. Stop lying. Stop lying. You know what I'm saying? Stop lying. We don't do that. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Goldseek President Peter Spina views this price milestone as a warning sign for fiat currencies. What does this mean? This is a warning sign for fiat currencies. That means that, you know, your dollar phone, you might need a little bit more of a dollar phone, right? You might need a little bit more thickness in your dollar phone, right? He argues that declining confidence, see that, in the US dollar and its counterpart erode their purchasing power, making gold a preferred store of value. We were never told. We were never told. No, you never listened. Right? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. It's not we were never told. First and foremost, you don't need to be told anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the reasons why the Civil War was fought so that people just kind of stopped tolding you stuff, right? But people still, for whatever reason, need to be told. Okay, now you're told. Now you're told. Now do something with it. Right? It's ridiculous. On the other hand, Bitcoin price is currently struggling, trading sideways as it definitely holds against a weakening dollar and declining tech stocks, which it has been correlated with over recent months. The top digital asset is in a downturn, shredding roughly 15% in the past month. During this period, the top crypto asset dipped to a yearly low of 78,942 before rebounding to 83,364 at the time of this writing. All right. So again, let me ask you guys this question. When you're buying your Bitcoin, what price are you buying your Bitcoin for? What price are you buying it for? All right. So, and again, you know, listen, I hate to say this. I hate to say this, right? I hate to say this. Actually, I don't. I'm not going to lie. Actually, I don't hate to say this. I'm just going to say it. Even when people say, quote unquote, we weren't told, what that basically means is that, like I said, the people that they glaze or a white person didn't tell them. That's what that means, which means that we have to follow the orders of the people that people glaze or, you know, follow orders of white people, the alleged people that we're allegedly, quote unquote, liberating ourselves from, right? Okay, fair enough, right? Here's the white man telling you this. All right. Shout out to my man, Black Free Thinker. What's good with it, bro? All right. Here goes Larry Fink, the white guy, telling you this. Let me ask you this. Is this public? Is this private? Is this locked away? Is this, you know what I'm saying, behind some type of homeowners strategy, homeowners association? You got to have a KKK hood on to read this or not? That's my question. Let me know. No. There you go. Now, I mean, this even goes beyond the investors who invest with BlackRock. This article is from Forbes Public. You know what I'm saying? BlackRock CEO issues a serious warning amid $1 trillion Bitcoin and crypto price sell-off. There goes somebody told you. It's not, I know my people won't make me great, right? Fair enough. There go somebody that, you know what I'm saying, people will listen to. There you go. Larry Fink said it. Right? Larry Fink said it. There you go. He fed it to you with a digital Bitcoin spoon. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that ridiculous? If you guys think that that's ridiculous, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. How many people are, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, man. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. I don't want to hear the fake stuff and the false flagging no more. You know what I'm saying? It's false flagging. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Blade. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? It's fake. Shout out to AB. AB said Bitcoin is discounted right now. And if you've been in the game for a minute, you couldn't possibly be shaken out now. Facts. None of us are shaken out, right? All of us are buying up. You know what I'm saying? We all buying right now. This is what the BlackRock CEO, Larry Fink, said, right? BlackRock CEO issues serious warning amid $1 trillion Bitcoin and crypto price sell-off. Now, Larry Fink understands all of this stuff, right? Let me ask you this. Did Larry Fink stop buying Bitcoin? Shout out to AB. AB said, I like the old guy. I think his forehead needs to be checked. They don't, interestingly, they don't never go through forehead checks. I don't know. Maybe it's because they hair, like, you know, the bangs, you know what I'm saying, hang different than how ours do, but they don't never go through the forehead examinations for some reason. Interestingly. That's something that's reserved for us. Maybe because they not like, you know what I'm saying? Right? Maybe. Bitcoin and crypto prices have moved sharply lower following stock markets. As fears swirl, the Bitcoin price could be teetering on the verge of a major crash. All right. The Bitcoin price has dropped under $80,000 per Bitcoin, dragging down the wider crypto market that's now erased $1 trillion of value in just a month, even as bullish traders bet on U.S. President Donald Trump game changer. All right. And again, you know, the Donald Trump game changer thing is kind of a mixed situation. It's kind of a mixed situation. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. There have been Donald Trump game changers in regards to crypto, and there's been Donald Trump disappointments in regards to crypto as well, right? So now here it says, now as Elon Musk issues a surprise crypto price warning, the chief executive of the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, has warned Trump's trade policies will stoke inflation. Now, mind you, Larry Fink used to be one of Trump's asset managers, right? Pouring cold water on hopes that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates through 2025. So I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing lower crypto prices in the near term. I don't think the bull run is as near as people think it's going to be. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. I think we got a moderate amount of time. There go your boy Larry Fink. You know what I'm saying? Do a good. That's a good picture. We could do a good examination of that forehead. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's a moderate amount of time to still be of the crypto prices. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? I think if we are becoming a little more nationalistic, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, you know, it does resonate with me that it's going to have elevated inflation. BlackRock's Larry Fink told CERAWeek conference attendees, and it was reported by Reuters. All right. Now, U.S. inflation has slowed to 2.8% in February from a year earlier, boosting the case for the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates, but failing to offset fears that U.S. President Donald Trump's global trade tariff war will push up prices through 2025. Now, again, when it comes to crypto and when it comes to any of these assets that we look at, my question is, an aggressive trade war, what is that going to do? What is that going to do to prices? You know what I'm saying? The latest consumer price index reading came in below January's 3% and the 2.9% expected by economists, according to a Reuters poll. Today's lower than expected CPI should be bullish, signaling faster rate cuts, but crypto hasn't reacted strongly. Yui Yang, chief economist at BitMining, said in emailed comments. All right. So again, we got to look at these macroeconomic indicators and to see exactly what's going on here. Right? We got to look at these macroeconomic indicators to see exactly what's going on. Weeks of market fear require more than a single good print to regain confidence. The real issue is Trump's aggressive tariffs, which risk making inflation stickier while also crashing markets and triggering layoffs, particularly by the Doge Department of Government Efficiency. This puts the Fed in a bind. High inflation from tariffs makes rate cuts harder. Market crashes and job losses pressure the Fed to cut rates sooner. All right. So again, shout out to John Guillory. What's good with it, bro? What are people going to do? Shout out to AB Promotions. AB Promotions said, I know it's Saturday, but 10 people, you know what, bro, you know what it is. You know what it is. What Carlton know what it is. What is it? This is the exposing of people. You know this. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. This is the reason why there's a small amount of affluent people in the world. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said it's a mix of spring weather and indifference. Right. I want you guys to understand how deeply bad and deeply hopeless the situation is. You know what I'm saying? For the large amount of the masses. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna reiterate that, and I'm gonna show that in whatever channel I'm on, in every single bit of content that I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep showing that. I'm gonna keep showing that people have no problem lying to your face. You know what I'm saying? They have no problem lying to your face. They have no problem living in complete contradiction. We don't have. We weren't told. All this is lies. It's all lies. You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody said we don't have, and then followed that sentence up with sense enough to fight our way out of a wet paper bag, that's something that I could get behind, because that's what the evidence shows, right? But as far as like we don't have, quote unquote, what, people to explain stuff, experts, yada yada yada, that's not true. There's not a we don't have problem. There's a we don't utilize problem. There's a we don't prioritize problem. It's not a we don't have problem. You know what I'm saying? It's not a we don't have problem. And it's more and more evident. And I'm going to tell you guys something. If you say that out loud, you already know what it is. Throw the coon emojis in the chat. You a coon. You're a coon. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Some people say I look good in stripes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, I sent your link to 5 people, so hopefully they're listening if they can engage. Hopefully. Right? But this is what this, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Hit the button. I want y'all to understand. This is the dire issue, right? This is the dire issue. No one cares. I'm going to keep saying this. No one cares. No one cares. I talk to y'all about it because y'all care. No one cares. I will literally be talking about this stuff, and as I'm talking about it, explaining it in the live stream, there will be people in the stream that say we weren't explained this stuff. What do you think is going on right now? The reason I can't finish explaining is because you're saying that it wasn't explained to you repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand. Listen, understand. And the markets are a perfect example of it. People are hardwire programmed. Your brain, your nervous system are wires, right? Your brain is your central processing unit. People are hardwire programmed. Period. Period. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, I want to ask y'all this. People say, quote unquote, we were never told. Here's my question. Who was supposed to tell you? I thought the idea was not to be told stuff, right? You've been told stuff, what, 400 years? Whole civil rights movement. Okay. Who's supposed to tell you something? And if somebody does tell you something, all anybody gonna say is, I'm grown. I didn't ask anything about anybody's age, but you're telling me that you're grown though. Right? That's what people do. How many people ever seen people do things like this? If you saw people do things like this, give me a thumbs up. If you've never seen people do things like this, give me a thumbs down. So this is the idiocy that we have to deal with, because we got to deal with idiocy. Right? So again, this is my question. Who's supposed to tell anybody? We were never told. This is not a viable, it's not a viable statement. It's not a viable statement. Who's supposed to tell you anything? You know what's interesting? Instead of saying we were never told, people say, I never researched. I never looked into that. I never really was interested in that, but now I'm going to check it out. No one ever says that. So I want to ask you guys this. For people that never say that, are those people utilizing autonomy? So if you're not utilizing autonomy, what you fight to be free for? Because the whole idea of being free is for autonomy. You know where people tell you what to do every day? 2 places, in the military and in jail. Interestingly. People need other people to provide stability for them because they can't stabilize themselves. I don't know what to say. I'm not the one saying it. The actions is speaking louder than the words. You know what I'm saying? The actions are speaking louder than the words. When people say we were never told, who is supposed to tell? Who's supposed to tell you? And what are they supposed to tell you? What are they supposed to tell you? People will say we were never taught. Well, one of the reasons why you were never taught is because you never taught yourself. Who's supposed to teach you? How much tuition did you pay? Where'd you go? Who set the school up? You know, Umar didn't. Speaking of Umar, right? You know how people always complain about, quote unquote, these people, quote unquote, that get put in our face, quote unquote. Who put Umar Johnson in anybody's face? Who put him in anybody's face? Was it MSNBC? Was it CNN? Was it ABC? Who put Umar in everybody's face? They be putting these people in our face. Who put Umar in your face? Who put Brother Polite in your face? You know what I'm saying? Was it NBC? ABC? He was on there with Joy Reid. You know what I'm saying? We deal with a mass amount of dishonesty. Why? Let me ask you guys this question. How many people think that dishonesty should be tolerated? Shout out to AB. AB said, oh, I know Rob didn't say, I know Umar didn't. Facts. Yo, Umar, if the school ever get built, you know what I'm saying? I'll voluntarily teach finance classes there, and I'm qualified to do it. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. It's out there. Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory said, then get mad when Ye said slavery was a choice. I don't know. Maybe back then you didn't, but you are choosing it now. Yeah. They got mad when Kanye said that. I didn't get mad that Kanye said it. I got mad in the fashion that he said it. You know what I'm saying? And who he said it to, right? But it's not something that's not worth exploring. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's not worth exploring. Now, you know what else is crazy? People still mad at Kanye. And they also mad at everybody else because a lot of people don't stand up to them folks. But Kanye stood up to them folks. Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way says some can argue that iHeartRadio put Umar Johnson in our face. They could argue that. Would they be right? You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, we can say that iHeartRadio put Dr. Claude Anderson in our face too. We can say that. Right? See how that worked? We can say that. iHeartRadio put Dr. Claude Anderson in our face. Now. Right? Listen, here's my question for you guys. Am I a liar? If I'm a liar, give me a thumbs up. If I'm not a liar, give me a thumbs down. That's the problem. That is my problem, guys. Did you know that? That is my problem. I'm not a liar. I should be a liar. Because that's what people need and that's what people want. I should be a liar. Yeah, see, shout out to Carlton. You got a point. Yeah. We could say iHeartRadio put Powernomics in your face too. That's what I be telling people. Be Hey, listen, people. Hey, listen. When people choose these hills to die on, get your flowers. Make sure you paid your life insurance premium, because I'm gonna leave you under a cross on that hill. If you say, Rob, this is the hill I want to die on, I'm gonna hit you like the pallbearer. You call me the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know what I'm saying? They can try it. Try it. Not in this neighborhood, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Not in this neck of the woods, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, doesn't matter if no one reads and applies, though. Exactly. Right? So if someone read, right, that means that somebody wrote a book or some text or a paper or, published a website or whatever. It's out there. They put it out there. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I suggest you put Cardi B and Charleston White on your thumbnail, but the video is about crypto. Listen, Charleston White says things that people could actually kind of benefit from in some cases. They don't like that, but they like when he's acting a fool, though. They like when he's doing like the comedy stuff, but then when he dropped the little jewels, they don't like the jewels. They don't like the jewels, bro. This is why I keep, and listen, I want you guys to understand. This is why I keep asking these questions, right? This is why I keep asking these questions. We was never told. Who's supposed to tell you? Who is supposed to tell you? We was never taught. Who was supposed to teach you? You know what else nobody was ever taught? No one was ever taught how to make cocaine from crack. You know what I'm saying? No one was ever taught that. Who taught somebody how to make cocaine from crack? No one ever taught anybody how to sell crack. People say that they bad at math, but they good at the metric system. Because, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, when we talking bricks, kilos, that's the metric system. Good at that part of math. Right? So the same way nobody told you about cryptocurrency, nobody told anybody how to cook crack. Nobody told anybody how to rap. Nobody told anybody none of this. Where's the book at where you learn how to rap? You know what I'm saying? We was never told. We was never told. We was never told. Here, Larry Fink telling you, because it's not good enough for me to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, you mean crack from cocaine? Yeah. Somebody figured out how to do that. The reason why that happened is to make more money, right? To expand the volume. You got people that drop out of high school, fail chemistry class, you know what I'm saying, cook crack. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AB. AB said Charleston White is my guy, bro. Charleston White, wow, man. So let me ask you this: where do you get information from? 'Cause, 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 Where do people get information from? You know what's crazy? You know what else? People weren't taught that Vivica Fox got a BBL. They weren't taught that. They weren't taught to pop the balloon. They weren't taught none of that. But they learned it, though. Who taught anybody how to twerk? Now, you know they got the schools. You know what I'm saying? You know the Russian, you know what I'm saying? The Russian chicks, you know what I'm saying? The Russian chicks be teaching the class, right? But before the Russian chicks was teaching the class, right? Who taught anybody how to twerk? We wasn't told. That's what I'm saying, man. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Hella questions, right? The people say they rock with Neely Fuller, rest in peace. They don't be asking questions, though. They tell you stuff. They tell you stuff. Neely Fuller said to ask questions. He didn't say tell nobody anything. He said ask questions. He said ask questions. What does the evidence show? Everybody else tells you stuff and says what they tell you is the evidence. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says cutting too early would reignite inflation, making future policy tougher. Stocks are bouncing back, but crypto remains sluggish. Investors want stronger support from the White House or Fed, especially after last week's crypto summit failed to reassure markets. Until clearer signals emerge, fear and uncertainty will weigh on crypto market sentiment. And I think that's only part of the market. I don't think that that's everyone. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, I think it's time to unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is what's wild, right? People actually got that type of mind state. I'm going to unsubscribe. You're going to unsubscribe and then go listen. You're going to unsubscribe and then go listen to the same type of content from somebody who you claim is there to mislead you, and then turn around and say, well, we was never told. You was never told because your dumbass went to the person that you said would mislead you. Stupid. You know what I'm saying? Right? But we see people do it every day, and then they justify it. We was never told. So you were never told, but you sitting there listening to somebody that in some other instance you say, this person ain't here to do nothing but mislead us. But that's where you're getting your information from. It ain't no help for some people. And they don't deserve any help. The only thing they deserve help with is not existing, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said this ninja is calling us out on our shit. Yeah. Because and this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying, bro. The world is correct. There is absolutely no need for any questions about any conditions in the world. We literally watch the answer every day. We watch the answers every day. And we deal with it. We got to be patient with them because we deal with a sensitive bunch. We deal with a really sensitive bunch. Yeah. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said the objective reality is making this cold flake break out in eyes. That's hilarious, man. Bro, it's crazy. Shout out to my man DC Precise. What's good with it, bro? DC Precise said, I stopped eating my fried chicken and drinking sweet tea while shooting dice and freestyling to tell you, stop cooning, bro. See? Shout out to DC Precise. Right. It's like, bro, you don't know how accurate that is. You don't know how accurate that is, bro. You don't know how accurate that is. And then, we making fun of this. We roasting it. You a coon. These type of streams that I do with Tales from the Crypto, right? I'm trying to help people get rich. You a coon. Make it make sense. This the world that we live in. These the people that we're around. These are our colleagues. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise says, this is why ninjas lose. Yo, did you watch that stream that Keep It 100 did called This Is Why Ninjas Lose? You got to watch it. Ninja, he's so right. Ninjas love their ops. Right? For one, ninjas love their own ops, love the ops. They will turn someone who's trying to actually do something positive for them into an op. You're an op. Robb is do you hear how Robb be talking about and how Robb be talking to us? He's an op. I'm an op, and I'm sitting up here giving people information to try to help them get rich and actually literally do something to attack the racial wealth gap. But I'm an op because I hurt your feelings. If you was doing things right, your feelings wouldn't get hurt. Somebody could say something that's true about me. I'm gonna just laugh about it. Yeah, this is true. Because I understand. I know myself. Hey, that's you right. You know what I'm saying? But people feelings really, for the most part, only get hurt when they are extremely and deeply self-conscious, right? About the critique or the ridicule that's being levied. So if you short, you know what I'm saying? And somebody be like, man, I remember that time we was sitting outside and your feet was swinging from the curb. You so damn short. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, them fighting words. I'm gonna fight you. You gonna fight because you actually feel some kind of way about being short. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that you're short. That's objective reality. You go to the doctor. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But you know that you're short. Say, damn, bro, you got a whole bunch of heroes because you're so short, you look up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we finna fight. Why we about to fight? You know you're short. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, with growth comes pain. They'll be all right. And if not, well, facts. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, now I'm about to fry some gizzards hard as fuck. Yo, bro, listen, I know I found a spot that actually they sell gizzards. Like they fry them. You know what I'm saying? Look, shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise said, that's how you get presented Jasmine Crotch Hatchet. Right. Right. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said FBA is about to feel the pain like Wales rugby is feeling against England. Yeah. Yeah. Self-induced. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. We broke. We broke, boss. We broke. We broke, teacher. We broke. You know what I'm saying? Who's supposed to teach anybody anything? We was never taught. You know what I'm saying? We was never taught. Who was supposed to teach you? Here go Larry Fink teaching you. People still ain't listening to that because right? We got to do it. They're not going to listen to us. Let me ask you guys this. If you can't make a person great, how you going to make anything else great? You can't make one person great. Or you just repeatedly make the wrong people great and then lie about how they got presented to you, right? If you can't make one quality person great, multiply one person times what? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That's a community. How do you make a community great if you can't make one person great? What's anything times 0? 0. You know what I'm saying? 0. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said they just got the ball stripped and mauled and conceded to a try. It truly mirrors what's going on to the non-asset holding black folks. Bro. Facts. This is what I'm saying. Like at this point, right? At this point, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say at this point? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So now, meanwhile, Goldman Sachs economists have upped their odds of a recession over the next 12 months from 15% to 20%. So everybody's saying, pointing to Trump's economic policies as the key risk. So now, again, this is across the board, right? We're seeing consistent projections across the board. We're moving into a recession. We're moving into a recession, right? Again, and I asked this question. I'm going to ask this question again. What are the mathematical requirements of a recession? What conditions solidify we're in a recession? That's my question. Yardeni research economists have also raised their recession odds, increasing from 20% to 35% due to Trump 2.0's head-spinning barrage of executive orders, firings, and tariffs. Okay? Last week, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said the Fed is in no rush to cut rates, with the labor market still going strong and inflation on a bumpy path towards its 2% goal. The CME FedWatch tool shows the market is heavily betting the Fed leaves rates on hold at its March meeting next week, but is split over whether rates will be cut in May. All right. On Wednesday, the latest U.S. inflation data in the form of the Consumer Price Index will drop, with consumer prices expected to have ticked up in February, according to Bloomberg, highlighting the Fed's slow progress on battling inflation and potentially raising the specter of stagflation, characterized by an economic slowdown coupled with spiraling price raises. Now, let me ask you guys this something. Let me ask you guys this question. If the dollar is increasing, right? If the dollar is increasing, right? The quantity, the amount. Shout out to Hurricane. What's good with it, bro? Then my question is, are you going to have more or less purchasing power? If it requires more dollars to buy something, more purchasing power or less? Shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please do me a favor. Take a moment, hit that bell. And also, please share the stream to your social media. Less facts. If you guys agree with AB, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, we're going to have less purchasing power. So now here's my question. How's anybody going to buy anything? And that's all people like to do. Now, it's a bunch of people running around holding hands talking about we need to boycott. While at the same time, they boycotting their own wealth. Way less, right? So how do you, again, shout out to Hurricane. Hurricane been around. DC Precise been around. Everybody been around, right? This goes into the argument of you have to protect your purchasing power, right? How do we protect our purchasing power? We spend our money on assets that outperform inflation. Right? U.S. recession and persistent inflation. Sean Dawson, head of research at decentralized options trading platform Derive XYZ, said in emailed comments, the market is facing significant challenges as the macroeconomic environment worsens, and crypto assets are no exception. So now, again, somebody say the market failed. Oh, Bitcoin must have failed. Bitcoin didn't fail. The macroeconomic conditions are changing. The Bitcoin network's not offline. Bitcoin didn't get hacked. People are still buying and selling Bitcoin. Macroeconomic environment has changed. So again, this is the reason why I was asking the question when it comes to the price impressions, or when it comes to what's going on with the prices. Are these prices indicative of a decrease in quality of any digital assets? No, they're not. For the most part, in most cases, not in every case, but in most cases, it never is. So if it's not a decline in quality, if it's not a decline in use case, why would people just sell everything? I'm gonna just sell everything. Why would people just sell everything? You know what I'm saying? With bearish sentiment building, traders are turning to downside hedging strategies, especially as volatility surges across both traditional and crypto markets. The coming weeks will be critical for assessing how the broader economic situation impacts digital asset prices and trading behavior. We know how it's going to affect trading behavior. We know how it's going to affect trading behavior, right? How is it going to affect trading behavior? Shout out to Carlton. Make sure you guys throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and subduction in the chat for Carlton. Carlton provided us with this article right here. All right, we're going to take a look at this. Look at this. See, let me shut up. I don't like how they change StreamYards. I don't like this. I got to get used to this. You know what I'm saying? BlackRock will file for both Solana and XRP ETFs. Now, you know what's interesting? While everybody's getting out of the market, everybody's saying crypto's failing. BlackRock's not saying crypto's failing. The market's down. Everybody's saying crypto's failing. BlackRock said, "Well, we about to make a product with it." Now, let me ask you guys this question: if BlackRock creates an XRP/Solana ETF, what's that going to do to the price? Let me know what that's going to do to the prices. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is expected to enter the Solana and XRP exchange-traded fund market, according to Nate Gerasi, president of the ETF store. All right. Now, let me ask you guys this. When Bitcoin had all those ETFs pass, what happened to the Bitcoin price? Now, what's another token that they saying they're going to make an ETF with? Litecoin. Litecoin is under $100 right now, right? In an X post this Friday, Gerasi predicted that BlackRock would file for both Solana and XRP ETFs, with Solana coming any day and XRP likely after the resolution of its ongoing legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. BlackRock is currently the leader by assets in both Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, Gerasi wrote. I simply don't see them allowing competitors to come in and launch ETFs on two of the top 5 non-stablecoin crypto assets without any sort of fight. All right. Now, BlackRock had said it wasn't interested in other crypto ETFs. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you believe them? Do you guys believe BlackRock? BlackRock has not yet made any official or defined moves to insinuate that it would be launching an XRP or Solana ETF. In the last year, all of its executives, including CEO Larry Fink, head of active ETFs Jay Jacobs, and CIO Samara Cohen, have all said that the world's largest asset manager will not be looking to add ETFs besides Bitcoin and Ethereum anytime soon. Now, here's the thing, right? We all know that this stuff is tentative and it's subject to change. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people have been seeing the $1,000 Solana price predictions? If you guys have been seeing the $1,000 Solana price predictions, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you haven't, give me a thumbs down. Now, do you think that BlackRock is just going to let Solana sit there at $100 and there's $1,000? They saying that Solana can get to $1,000 by the end of 2025. I don't know about that, but anything is possible. I know Solana's got a lot of money wrapped up into it, and Solana is extremely undervalued. I know that much. I know that some of the aggregators, you know, like Jupiter and Radium are severely undervalued. So if they're undervalued, imagine how undervalued Solana is, right? Speaking to Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Buchanan in December, Jay Jacobs stated that the firm was focused on exiting crypto investment vehicles and not currently interested in others. We're really just at the tip of the iceberg with Bitcoin and especially with Ethereum. Just a tiny fraction of our clients own IBIT and Ethereum, ETHA. So that's what we're focused on, remarked Jacobs. Just a small fraction of their clients. Must be a small fraction of their clients with a lot of money, right? It must be a small fraction of their clients with a lot of money. A false rumor circulated on social media platforms in January of 2025 about an iShares XRP trust filing, but Buchanan debunked it and said that at the time, BlackRock had not made any XRP ETF submissions. The SEC is yet to approve any spot XRP ETF applications, also recently deciding to postpone rulings on filings from firms such as Grayscale. Still, industry observers like Gerasi expect the U.S. government will uphold its regulatory clarity promise and put a conclusion to Ripple's legal battle with the SEC. XRP's tug of war with the financial regulator started back in December of 2020, but the former got a partial win in July of 2023 when a court presided by Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that Ripple's direct sales of XRP to institutional investors violated security laws, but sales on public exchanges did not constitute security transactions. The SEC, led by former chair Gary Gensler, sought to appeal the decision and dragged the case up until now. After Gensler left office on January 20, the revamped financial regulator dropped several cases against crypto firms like Coinbase. The XRP community now believes that Ripple could be next, although they aren't sure when it will be. All right. Solana XRP ETFs may be approved in 2025. All right. Last Monday, as reported by Cryptopolitan, asset manager Franklin Templeton submitted a filing with the SEC for an XRP ETF. The proposed fund would track the price of XRP with Coinbase Custody Trust serving as the custodian for its holdings. All right. Franklin Templeton joins a growing list of firms vying for an XRP ETF. Now, let me ask you guys this. If there's all of these companies that are trying to get these XRP ETFs, what do you think people should be doing as far as XRP? How should people be paying attention to XRP? What should people be doing in regards to XRP? Bitwise was the first to submit a Form S-1 filing for XRP ETF on October 2nd of 2024, while 21 Shares and Wisdom Tree followed suit in late 2024. ProShares and CoinShares also entered the competition this year, filing multiple XRP ETF products on January 17th and February 11th, respectively. Alongside the developments in the XRP ETF market, the SEC has acknowledged a number of Solana ETFs, including the Canary Solana Trust proposed by Canary Capital. The regulator also recognized similar applications from VanEck, 21 Shares, and Bitwise. Decentralized betting platform Polymarkets put Solana ETF green light before July 31st at a possibility of 52%, while XRP's prediction in the same period stands at 36%. All right. So, again, we talking about Solana. We talking about XRP. Look, I'm not mad at it. Hey, everybody throw some flames in the chat for Carlton. Carlton on that whale status. Carlton said, I added 2 XRP tokens to my reserve yesterday. Hey, bro, we about to be some strange whales. we about to be strange whales out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's hilarious. Facts, whale status. You already know, Black Free Thinker. Carlton out here making big splashes. You know what I'm saying? Big splashes. Top it off with $5 a crow at knife, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody touching us. Ain't nobody touching us out here. Now, we talked about Rumble before, right? Now, I want to ask you guys some questions. We're going to ask some questions about these tokens that's scrolling up top. AVAX. Anybody mess with AVAX? SuiSwap. I'm pretty sure everybody messes with SuiSwap. Toncoin is up 13% today. I got Toncoin. I got AVAX too. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, I stay buying XRP. Facts. Now, you guys see right here? Bitcoin posed to reclaim $90,000. We're going to slide this with these other ones. All right. We're going to slide those with the other ones. Shout out to AB. AB said, nah, I don't have Sui. Let me ask you guys this question. What do y'all think? Would y'all recommend AB look into Sui? If you guys would recommend AB look into Sui, give me a thumbs up. If you guys wouldn't, give me a thumbs down. Now, Sui, you can stake it. You know what I'm saying? You can stake it. So now here it says, Rumble embraces Trump-era crypto strategy with $17 million Bitcoin purchase. Now, as we see, a lot of companies are now buying Bitcoin, right, to increase their equity. All right. The video sharing platform added 188 Bitcoins to its treasury as the U.S. president attempts to establish a crypto stockpile in government. All right. Video sharing platform Rumble says it had purchased more than $17 million worth of Bitcoin as part of a previously announced investment strategy. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Listen, everybody is talking about all of these states and all of these countries that are talking about this Bitcoin strategic reserve and the Bitcoin asset reserve and all of that. Now, remember, companies are still buying too. Companies are still buying too. You know what I'm saying? Video sharing platform Rumble says it had purchased more than $17 million worth of Bitcoin as part of a previously announced investment strategy. Now, I want to ask you guys this question. You know, all the people that's they're anti-cryptocurrency and anti-wealth and yada, yada, yada. My question to you is, have you ever asked any of these people, well, what's your investment strategy? What's your investment strategy? What do they say when you ask them that? In a March 12th notice, Rumble said it had added 188 Bitcoin to its treasury for roughly $17.1 million. The investment suggested by CEO Chris Pavlovski, in November, following Donald Trump winning the U.S. presidential election, was touted as a hedge against inflation and part of a broader move to deepen its ties into the crypto industry. All right. The platform hinted it could make additional Bitcoin purchases depending on market factors. Though Rumble did not specifically mention Trump or his attempts to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and crypto stockpile at the federal level, Pavlovski's social media post suggested strong support for the U.S. president's policies. All right. Rumble's cloud currently hosts Trump's social media platform, Truth Social. How many people knew that? I didn't know that. This is new information for me. If you guys were aware of that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys were not, then give me a thumbs down. I didn't know that. The president's primary method for public communications and entered into an agreement with El Salvador's government in January to provide services. Cointelegraph reached out to Rumble for comment, but did not receive a response at the time of publication. With Bitcoin on its balance sheet, Rumble joins a list of companies that have invested in crypto following the November election, including AI firm Genius Group and software company Semler Scientific. The share price of Rumble stock has fallen roughly 34% since January. Yo, let me ask y'all this. Is Rumble publicly traded? I didn't know if Rumble was publicly traded. That should be one of the ones that we watch. If it is. Any of these companies that put Bitcoin on the balance sheet, right? We should watch those. So I don't think we necessarily need to read this. The U.S. government could soon hold Bitcoin. We know this, right? We've talked about this multiple times. I don't think we'll miss anything by not reading that. Right? I just want to look at something real quick. So let's take a look at this right here. Let's take a look at this right here. How many people bought this dip? Oh, okay, bet. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. I'm gonna add that to my follow list. That's not a bad price neither. 803. What do you guys think? That's not a bad price. Shout out to Karen. What's good with it, Karen? That's not bad at all. Fintech stocks plummet as Wall Street worries about consumer spending and credit. Okay. So again, this isn't an indication of the integrity of the product. This isn't an indication that if you're trying to accumulate these assets, you should just sell because I'm scared. What this means is that the macroeconomic environment is changing, so there's less liquidity going into the asset, which is going to drive the price down. That's it. It's you really, when you start diving into this kind of stuff, it really exposes how little people know about this kind of stuff, or the lack of actual like understanding that they have. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says setting that purchase order too. Facts. Facts. Fintech stocks were some of the biggest decliners on Monday as NASDAQ suffered its steepest drop since 2022. Crypto-related companies, Robinhood, Coinbase, and Strategy all notched double-digit declines. Now, you guys remember what was the number, right? The number for MicroStrategy stock. What's the accumulation number? I appreciate you, Hurricane. We said what? We watched that video and they said 10 MicroStrategies stocks should at some point in the future equal $1 million. Right? If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give me a thumbs down. 10 MicroStrategy stocks, right? We got all these different numbers. We got the 1,000 Ripple, right? 10 MicroStrategies. 0.01 Bitcoin. Right? We got all these strategies. All these numbers, all these number targets. Now is the time to really hit them number targets. If I'm not mistaken, I think MicroStrategies right now is below $300. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen said, yes, it was about $3K for 10 shares at that time. Yeah, facts. Let me ask y'all this question. What's the price for 10 shares today? Facts. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Yes, yet the price is so volatile right now. Facts. So we got all these number targets, right? The number targets are easy. Right? Now look at this. We're gonna look at this eventually in another stream. $1.5 million is the magic number for retirement savings. How long it lasts in every state in the United States. Let me ask y'all, how many people want more than $1.5 million for retirement? That's supposed to last you for the whole rest of your life. $1.5 million. $1.5 million is the magic number for retirement savings. How long it lasts in every state in the United States. I want $1.5 million by the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? I want $1.5 million by the end of this stream. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Now look, shout out to Black Free Thinker. $2,970. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Current price, $200, $297.49. Now, again, right? It's a high, the lower the price, the higher the likelihood of you getting a whole share. It's the same thing with Bitcoin, right? The lower the price is, the higher the likelihood and the easier it is for you to get a whole share. So right now, you know what I'm saying? All the crypto rules should be applying for MicroStrategies if 10 MicroStrategy shares is part of your goal, right? Right? It was a bad day for tech stocks and a brutal one for fintech, as the Nasdaq suffered its steepest decline since 2022. Some of the biggest losers were companies that sit at the intersection of Wall Street and Silicon Valley. Stock trading app Robinhood tumbled 20%. Right? So we know we got to be keeping an eye on Robinhood. Good price. Bitcoin holder Strategy fell 17%. MicroStrategies. Crypto exchange Coinbase lost 18%. Much of the slide in those three stocks was tied in a drop in Bitcoin, which fell almost 5%. All right, so Bitcoin fell 5%. These companies fell double-digit percent, continuing its downward trajectory. The price of the leading cryptocurrency is now down 19% over the past month, falling after a big post-election pop in late 2024. All right. Beyond the crypto trade, online lenders and payment companies also fell more than the broader market. Affirm, which popularized buy now and pay later loans, dropped 11%, as did SoFi, which offers personal loans and mortgages. Shopify, which provides payment technology to online retailers, fell more than 7%. Now, let me ask you guys these questions. Any of these particular companies, who's interested? Affirm, SoFi, Shopify. Who's interested in those companies? You guys interested in those? What do you think? Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise says, did you see about the BMAX ETF? I had taken a Discord break, but I have to get back on it. I'm going to check it out. I be trying to keep up with a lot of the news y'all be putting in there, man. Y'all do such a great job of like just keeping it stacked up with news in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to write these down. Affirm, SoFi, and Shopify. Yeah, we're going to write these bad boys down. And we're going to track these too. All these companies that we keep in track of, we're going to track these bad boys too. We're going to keep up with them and talk about them the same way we talk about the crypto. You know what I'm saying? JP Morgan Chase, fintech analyst on Monday, highlighted declining consumer confidence as a potential challenge for companies that rely on consumer spending for growth. Now, again, we got to tackle this, right? Remember, do you guys remember on the other channel, we did the live stream where we were talking about the issues with being a prisoner to a consumerist purgatory, which is where people seem to want to stay at, which is fine. We don't want to stay there, so everybody else can have a nice life and we'll have a better life, right? But why is consumer confidence declining? Right. Shout out to John Guillory. And that's, people got to look at that kind of stuff. John Guillory said, I got some SoFi shares since Nancy Pelosi got some, and you know she's a quote unquote inside trader. Facts. In late February, the Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index slipped to 98.3 for the first month, down nearly 7%, the largest monthly drop since August of 2021. Walmart recently reported a shift away from discretionary purchases, underscoring potential trouble. What does this mean? I want you guys to understand, like in this live stream, all of these elements that are coming together. What are, like, you know how like a meteorologist to talk about a low pressure system coming in and a cloud cover over here, and we got winds coming in from over here. What does that mean? Conditions are coming together, right? So we're looking at this, and as we're looking into this environment, we see conditions coming together. These conditions are coming together, and they could possibly form what? Our universe has modestly outperformed the S&P 500 since the election, but sentiment has soured as of late on declining consumer confidence and signs of slowing discretionary spending, the J.P. Morgan analyst wrote. What is this indicative of? What is this? Shout out to DMX. See it, try to avoid it, but it comes. We see it. What's coming? The fintech sell-off follows a strong rally in the fourth quarter, driven by a Fed rate cut, expectations, and hope for a more favorable regulatory environment under the Trump administration. All right, so as you can see here, right, the cryptocurrency market is not the only market that's going through it, right? Regardless of whether the cryptocurrency market is or isn't the only market going through that, what this is saying is that, okay, now it's time to buy. Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise said pain, not good pain. You know what I'm saying? When you come from the gym and your muscles is all hurt because you ain't worked out the way that you're supposed to, and you stretch, you know what I'm saying? And you had your girlfriend just like put her elbow right down on your muscle where it hurt at. You're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It hurt, but it feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, man. I'm going to try, if I can, to go live a little bit later on. And like, I wanted to go live on Undocumented, but I actually would rather kind of try to wrap some of this stuff up, and maybe I could push back Undocumented, because Undocumented is cool, but like it for the most part, man, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's always the same stream, right? It's always the same stream. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a stream for Undocumented coming up soon. The sooner I finish up this stuff. But we're gonna talk about this stuff because there should be a good strategy that we have, right? There should be a good strategy that we have for taking advantage of these prices right now. Let me ask you guys this: how many people are buying? If you guys are buying, throw some flames in the chat. If you're not, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Karen. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all show Karen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Karen, for funding the organization and for buying y'all lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
They're eating the dogs. The cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cat. Eat the cat. In Springfield.
So don't push me. Ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Eat the cat.
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me where my cat is, cough it up like a hairball.
Eat the cat.
I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter.
Eating the dog.
Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit.
Yeah.
Sees where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there. It's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took when at? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And they the cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat cat.
Drop that cat.
Shout out to you, Karen. I definitely appreciate it. And shout out to Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization. Make sure you guys show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization and for buying y'all lunch.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching dimes.
So don't push me. Ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Eat the cat.
Have you seen Snowball? This about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball. Tell me when my cat is coughing up like a hairball. I gotta tell them if they even put the fingernail on Santa's little helper to turn them to hamburger helper. Somebody better help them, cause I'm going to jail for showing them fellas helter skelter. Usually I'm content, but if you touch my dog, then I'm turning into John Wick. I'm lit. Bird better drop it. If you touch my pet, then I'm pulling up like CrossFit. Gone overseas where they said Hello Kitty, but it ain't there, it's right here in your city. When I turn my back, now the cat goes missing in the where my peoples is at. Does anybody know where he took when at? Cause I heard they putting claws on felines, I'm mad. And my cat disappeared just like Felix the cat. And the cat got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat. Got paid back. Thought she was a goner, but the cat came back. If you ain't a pussy cat, say drop that cat. Drop that cat. Drop that cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat.
Drop that cat.
Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you guys show these people some love, the stream sponsors, because y'all already know without the stream sponsors, ain't no streams. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to DSB. Definitely appreciate DSB. Shout out to Karen. I definitely appreciate you, Karen. And shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Definitely appreciate you. So, like I said, I'm going to try to actually start making some more videos, like short form, you know what I'm saying, on each of the channels. I just do not be having time for it, but I'm gonna try, you know what I'm saying. So make sure you guys be on the lookout for that. If you're not part of the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. If you're not subscribed to the other channels, make sure you guys subscribe to the other channels. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
run for it, run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Sign my deal, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trill. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy, I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, you're right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound. Got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron. Better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it. Trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life. Don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing. You do best not to test it. Yeah, you right. Real all in my blood supply. To get ball up top, finna make a play. I catch the lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice and I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They peptides, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.